Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. This video is all about the four players that each IPL team we predict will be retained by the franchisee. So we're going to be talking in this video about the four players that each team can retain ahead of the IPL 2022 mega auction. This is our prediction, and obviously each franchisee has its own strategy, and accordingly we are trying to speculate the fact that certain kind of players will be retained by their different franchisees. So let's start. In the IPL 2020 mega auction, two teams have been introduced, Ahmedabad and Lucknow. So as every year, apart from the 8 old teams that used to take part, there will be 2 new teams, making it 10 IPL teams. So picking a good squad for the 2022 season is going to be a key. Now, according to some new rules, a franchisee can retain only 4 players from the current squad, while all other players will undergo the hammer, which means that they will actually they will have an auction. And I know that most of you are a little disappointed. I know I am, because a lot of us are franchisee loyal, and a lot of players playing for that franchisee may now not play for them in the future. So according to the new rules, the team cannot even use the right to match card. That rule has been scrapped. So they can pick up to 4 players, out of which 2 can be overseas player, 2 can be Indian players. They could even pick the third Indian player, which would mean that they would only be choosing 1 foreign player. So what we think is the best 4 players that a franchisee should be choosing is what we'll be covering in this video. We're going to start with Rajasthan Royals. Even though there's a lot of talk about Sanju Samson going to Chennai this year, we still pick him as our pick for the franchisee, because I'm very sure that with the kind of form Sanju is in and the kind of skills that he's displayed over the years, I don't think that it will be so easy for Rajasthan to let him go. So this season we've seen Sanju play 14 matches with by him scoring 484 runs. There's a lot of things that he could have done better, but I'm sure 2022 will be a revamp, and he'll be looking forward to getting a good team in place. Ben Stokes we didn't see much of. He missed out on the UAE leg itself, and he's not even available for the current T20 World Cup that is going on. However, we feel that he's a big player, he's a very good all-rounder, and we feel that he will be the second player that the Rajasthan Royals will retain in the coming season. We also are hoping that that Rajasthan Royals will be hanging on to Josh Butler. He is not only a good wicket keeper but also a wonderful batsman. Okay, and he couldn't join the second leg of the IPL in the UAE because he was expecting his second child with his wife, and I'm sure that it's going to be difficult to replace Josh Butler in the team. So that Joss would now make it 2 foreign players. We spoke about Ben Stokes and Joss Butler. The second Indian that we feel that can be retained in the Rajasthan Royals team is Chetan Sakaria, because he's had a wonderful season. He's one of the young talents which I'm sure most teams will be looking forward to retain. They'll be investing on young talent, and since this is going to be a big revamp of players, we feel that a lot of teams will be investing in the younger boys in the team. There's some worthy mentions that we would like to cover in our video. Is apart from the 4 people who we feel that can be retained, we can't overlook players like Chris Morris and Yashasvi Jaiswal. Both of them, I feel, have put in a lot of effort, and since Rajasthan cannot retain the third foreign player, there's a high chance that Chris Morris may not be retained, but we would definitely hope that a talent like Yashasvi Jaiswal would get a good 2022 auction, because he has not only done very well for India in the under 19 World Cup, but apart from that, he's actually had a good tournament and he has shown a lot of potential for Rajasthan Royals. Let's move on to our next franchisee, which is Kolkata. Now, Kolkata Knight Riders have a lot to choose from. I think they are one of those teams which has actually had a very good 2021 season, and they have found many good stars, and most importantly a very good balance among their current team. So the 2 new openers that Kolkata were riding on, Shubham Gill and Venkatesh Iyer, we feel that these 2 kind of become an automatic pick for 2 big reasons. One, that they are both a young talent and they have had an exceptional performance in the 2021 season, and as I said earlier, that most teams will be looking forward to investing in the younger talent, making sure that once this team is revamped, they can look forward and they can plan for the next 4 to 5 years. The other 2 big names are, of course, Sunil Narayan and Andre Russell, both from the West Indies, both big names in cricket, and we feel that both these stars will be retained because Kolkata would not like their all-rounders to go to some other team. Sunil Narayan is also known for his big hitting. All the batsmen, bowlers are now trying to bowl short to him, bowl to his body. They don't let him free his arms. So he's not been as fluent as he was in the past, but he's still a dangerous batsman to have in your team, especially when big hits are required. And his mystery spin along with Varun Chakravarti, I think they have done an amazing job of bowling in the middle order. Talking about Andre Russell, he has had I think nearly every season that he plays, he's had a very good match, a good season. He's played for many teams around the world, and I don't think Calcutta will let him go that easily. Talking about the worthy mentions in the team, as we were talking About the spinners, Varun Chakravarti is not only a young talent, but he's had an exceptional 2021 season. He's played a key role in the success of the team, along with Rahul Tripathi. Now, since most franchisees can only retain 4 players, I'm sure Kolkata will try and win these 2 players back in the auction, but we don't see Kolkata retaining them as of now. Coming to Delhi, I would start off with saying that Rishabh Pant is not only their captain, but he's also someone who the Indian team and the Delhi team has been investing in, not only for his leadership skills, but his keeping and the fact that he's a very good top end and middle order batsman. Shikhar Dhawan, of course, yes, because he's one of those big stars, big names in India, and he's shown over the years that he's been a consistent performer for whichever team that he's played for. And with this year, in 16 matches, he's scored 587 runs, which makes him one of the top batsmen in the season. He, along with Rishabh Pant, I feel would be the top 2 picks for Delhi. Talking about talent, Kigzo Rabada and Enrich Nokia, I think, are 2 exceptional fast bowlers. They have done well for the franchisee, and with 15 wickets for Rabada and 12 wickets for Nokia, I feel that this dangerous bowling duo would be retained by the Delhi Capitals. So they'll be looking at their captain, a very strong opener, and 2 amazing bowlers is what we feel that Delhi will be retaining in the 2022 season. The ones who may just miss out is Prithvi Shaw and Shreyas Iyer. Prithvi Shaw has shown that he is one of the best talents that India has, and he, I'm sure, will be playing a big role in the Indian cricket team very soon. He also has a history of being very aggressive with the top order, and I'm sure Delhi will be looking forward to winning him back in the auction, along with Shreyas Iyer. Talking about Hyderabad, now Hyderabad, I personally feel is one of the teams that it was a little difficult to predict and put together my favorite 4. For the reason being that not only 2021 has been a season that I'm sure Hyderabad would like to forget, but I feel that this is a good opportunity for Hyderabad for them to revamp their team, build a team, and I feel this is going to be a very important auction for them because they will be looking forward to getting some good talent into their team. So, as David Warner has confirmed that the franchisee is parting ways with him, Kane Williamson becomes a clear option because they need someone to be able to lead the team. So, although he's not had one of the best seasons, but his leadership skills, and he's one of those cool customers which are going around in world cricket as of now. The next would be Rashid Khan. This all-rounder has shown that he is not only an exceptional bowler but also a wonderful team player. He can play the big shots when it is required, and the way he has been Bowling, any side would be more than happy to have him in their lineup. In the 2021 season, in 14 matches, he's taken 18 wickets and he's been very economical. So we feel that the two foreigners, the two overseas players that will be picked by Sunrisers Hyderabad would be Kane Williamson and Rashid Khan. The two Indian players, we feel that Sunrisers Hyderabad may retain is the young talent of T. Natarajan and the experience of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. These two fast bowlers have done a wonderful job, and I feel Hyderabad can use these two pace bowlers as a base for their bowling lineup, and they'll be looking forward to picking up some good talent and some good dependable bowlers in the coming season. The two players that I feel may miss out is Jason Holder. Jason Holder has had an amazing season. In 8 matches that he's played, he scored 85 runs and has taken 16 wickets, which is, I feel, an amazing stat. Apart from that, he's playing a very important role in the strategy of the team. But since we have Rashid Khan and Kane Williamson as the two foreign players that the team can retain, Jason Holder may just miss out on his chance. I'm sure a lot of teams will be looking forward to having Jason in their team in the 2022 auction. Manish Pandey as well. He's not had a great season according to his standards. In the 8 matches that he played, he was only able to score 292 runs. But the fact that Manish Pandey has been in the limelight because he had scored an unbeaten 114 runs for Rajasthan, for Royal Challengers Bangalore in the 2009 season, and became the first Indian to score a ton in the IPL. And from that time, he has shown a lot of stability, but because of the bad season that he's had in 2021, I think he may miss out on being retained by the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Our next team, one of my favorites, Mumbai Indians. I feel that the Mumbai Indians are going to make sure that their captain, who's been leading them and who's been doing a wonderful job with top order batting as well, will be retained by Mumbai Indians, along with Jasprit Bumrah, who's one of the top bowlers in the world today. I'm sure with Jasprit and Trent Bolt in the side, most teams would look forward to trying and tackling other bowlers, because both these bowlers are very difficult to get away. So my two top picks for Mumbai are Rohit Sharma and Jasprit Bumrah. As I said, with Jasprit Bumrah, Trent Bolt and Ishan Kishan is my other two picks, and we feel that these two players have a lot to add to the Mumbai lineup, with Bumrah bowling and Bolt supporting him. Both of them are the deadly duo where pace attack is concerned. Ishan Kishan had I would say a little rough start to this season 2021, but along with Surya Kumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya, I think these form a very strong middle order, and I feel that Mumbai wouldn't let Ishan Kishan and Trent Bolt go. Some worthy mentions, of course, are the two all-rounders in Mumbai, and I'm sure that Mumbai wouldn't let these players go as easily as well. They'll fight in the auctions to make sure that they get back their two all-rounders, Kieron Pollard and Hardik Pandya. There's a lot of talk about Hardik being a little unfit. He's not been bowling in the IPL. Pollard also has picked up 5 wickets, but he's not been a regular bowler for them. But both these players, I feel, is what I feel, Mumbai should be looking forward to try and winning them back in the auction. Moving on, we come to Kings Punjab. Now, along with KL Rahul, Mayank Agarwal has been doing an amazing job by opening the innings for Punjab Kings. However, since KL Rahul is going to leave, I feel that we didn't put him up on the 4 which will be retained by Kings Punjab. But Mayank Agarwal would definitely make the cut, along with Mohammad Shami, who has been bowling very well for the franchise and for the Indian team. These two should be the two Indian automatic picks for Kings Punjab, along with Arshdeep Singh, who has had an amazing 2021 season. He's been a talent which has been around for quite a while, but he's shown his worth in the 2021 season. In the 12 matches that he's played, he's picked up 18 wickets. I think the only overseas player that Punjab Kings will be retaining would be Nicholas Pooran. He's not had the best of seasons, but he is an exceptional talent. His batting skills are one of the best going around in the world as of now, and I'm sure that once he settles down, he will definitely make an impact in the middle order, and with his wicket keeping skills, he could be a good option in the absence of KL Rahul. Some worthy mentions, of course, the one and only universe boss Chris Gayle. Although age is catching up, but he is one of those players that once he gets in, and he can rip apart any batting order, any bowling order. And along with KL Rahul, I feel that these are some worthy mentions in the team. I hope that the management tries to work out something with KL Rahul and is able to retain him, especially for his leadership skills. A favorite for everyone who watches the IPL, the Chennai Super Kings. Even though MS Dhoni has shown us signs about maybe leaving the franchisee, but I personally feel that when you mention Chennai Super Kings, the first name which comes on your mind is MS Dhoni. And somewhere it's a reverse as well. When you talk about MS Dhoni, apart from the Indian team, of course, one of the franchisees that first comes to your mind is the Chennai Super Kings. And that's the reason, along with his absolutely stunning record and his amazing leadership skills, MS Dhoni is our default pick for Chennai Super Kings. Rituraj Gaikwad has had an amazing season with Faf du Plessis. Rituraj has scored 635 runs in the 16 matches that he has played. He was not only the Orange Cap winner, but he played a big role in Chennai winning the IPL in 2021. So he's one of those young talents that the franchisee has invested in, and I'm sure he fits into their strategy, and I don't see them letting him go in the mega auction of 2022. The other two players, Ravindra Jadeja and Faf du Plessis, these two have had an amazing season as well. Jadeja has played that very important role in the middle order. He provides stability to the team along with his bowling skills. He's one of the top picks for Chennai. Faf, of course, one of the best batsmen in the world, and with 633 runs, he just misses out winning the orange cap, which goes to his teammate. These two have shown, or I would say cemented their place in the next year's retention list because of their opening skills and their opening numbers. If you would to see, this is one of the reasons why Chennai is one of the top teams in the IPL. Some worthy mentions, of course, would be Dwayne Bravo and Deepak Chahar. Both of them have done an amazing job for the team. Dwayne has been a steady batsman in the middle, although 2021 has not been the best season for him with the bat, but he has picked up 14 important wickets along with Deepak Chahar. Deepak has been one of the steady strategies that Chennai has used him, especially especially bowling with the new ball in the power play, and they will be looking forward to try and retain him in the 2022 mega option. Coming to Royal Challengers Bangalore, even though Virat Kohli has left the captaincy, I don't know how this is going to play out, but he's still an exceptional batsman, and Royal Challengers Bangalore will make sure that they don't let his talent go. They'll be using him as their star batsman along with AB de Villiers. Both of them had, I think, one of the best batsmen, big names going around in the world, and I'm sure that they would like to retain both these players. The other two I feel that could be retained, of course, would be Devdutt Padikkal. He's had an exceptional 2021 season along with Yuzvendra Chahal. Now Chahal has not only picked up 18 wickets, but he has also shown that he can do a very good job by not only maintaining a good economic rate in between, but the important middle overs that the team looks forward to. He's been doing an exceptional job there. So Devdutt Padikkal, of course, with the likes of Shubham Gill and Rituraj Gaikwad, he's one of those batsmen who's made a impact on the IPL, and being the youngster that he is, most teams, as I said, will be investing a lot in their youngsters. They will be making sure that they have their stable future and these batsmen on their side. Some worthy mentions, of course, and this is one of the players I feel very bad that may lose out on an automatic retention. Harshal Patel, he's of course had one of the best tournaments for him so far in his career, 2021. In 15 matches that he played, he actually picked up 32 wickets. Along with that, he even picked up the Man of the Series award, apart from the Best Bowler award. So with only 4 players to be picked in the mega auction, I'm not too sure if Harshal Patel would find that automatic selection, but I'm sure all the best to him that he will be able to get his money's worth. He should go for a good amount in the mega auction. Glenn Maxwell, of course, he had an amazing 2021 season. He had all the freedom to play his shots. He had a bad patch in the past few years. He was not performing as his potential is, but he's found that balance in RCB, and because of that balance is why I feel that Royal Challengers Bangalore would try and retain him into the side. They'll try and win him back in the auction, but he may miss out on that automatic pick of the top 4. So that's it for our video today, guys. Please make sure you subscribe to our channel, and we'll be keeping you updated with more videos in the future. Thanks a lot for watching.